Well, hello all and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. We're in June, 10th of June. It's, mind you, looking at the temperatures, you wouldn't think so. I mean, we've just had quite a heavy shower. We seem to be having temperatures in the low teens, and quite a bit of rain, quite a few showers. The rain, I suppose, isn't a bad thing. That's always welcome, but we could do with temperatures getting up a bit, really, to be honest. So what have I got for you on this one? Well, with it being June, we're like, what, halfway through the year, for sake of argument. I thought I'd give you a plot tour, but it'll be a full, shall we say, a full plot tour, because I like to think that part of my allotment is in my back garden, i.e. because I've got me potatoes in buckets. I've gone all out this year to do all potatoes in buckets. I've got my greenhouses, tomatoes and cucumbers, veg trug with some lettuce and spring onions, my barrels with my carrots. So I think rather than me standing here waffling, we'll start in the back garden here, and I'll just show you what's what with what I've got. Right, starting out here on the decking, veg trug, aluminium one as well, not a wooden one. I don't think they produce these anymore, but I could be wrong. I've got some Lolo Rosso in here, then I've got some matrix in the clumps, spring onions, and guardsman spring onions down there. The guardsmen were sown direct. They were sown 6th of the 4th. Today is the 10th of June. So they're coming along quite nicely. There may be the odd one or two that will soon be ready to pick. The lettuce, this is a second sowing or planting. I think the windy weather, these went in about 4 days ago, and I think the windy weather isn't really doing these a lot of good, and the cold temperatures, as I've already said, about supposed to be flaming June. So I don't know, but apart from that, everything, I'm very pleased with this. Right, to show the raspberries. I don't normally, you don't normally get to see my raspberries. As we can see, there's loads of fruit all coming. I'll give it another day or two, and all down here, these could do with tying up, but there's some to be had. This is all new growth, so I won't see any raspberries on any of that because of it being new growth. Because I don't know whether these are determinate or indeterminate, but they produce fruit on last year's growth. So if you know which is what, then you're a better man than I am. But yeah, very pleased with them all. It's going to be nice. These will get a bit of a feed, and hopefully get a few more a bit later on. Right, potatoes in buckets. These are, as you can see, the top's gone well over. I'll try and find a label. These are Rocket. They went in 12th of the 4th. These went in. Just coming into flower. I've got to be honest, I really do like the flowers on potatoes. I mean, just look at those. Aren't they lovely? Really do like them. Oh, bumblebee. Good to see. Yeah, as I say, and today's the 10th of June. There's 5 buckets in here with 4 potatoes in each bucket. They have had a couple of feeds of tomato feed just to help give them a bit of a boost. But yeah, once these flowers have gone, we'll have some of these up and have a look what we've got. Carrots. Now then, as you can see, I've got some slug pellets in there. These are a variety called Nazareth. They were sown 8th of the 5th. And what I've done is, because there was, like, say, there might have been about 3 or 4 come up there, so what I've done is I've just thinned them out and, shall we say, potted them on. And slugs, it looks like they've had some of these, hence the yeah, look, yeah, summit's been having them, and look, that's all gone. Yeah, that's why I've put these slug pellets in. At the same time of these going in, I put some sweet candle in. Yeah, nothing. The germination was very, very poor. Again, sown at the same time, but what I've done, 2nd of the 6th, I did another sowing. So I'm still waiting. Today is the 10th. I'm still waiting to see. There is odd bits of something coming up, but it could be weed. What I did was I took about 3 inches of compost off the top, put some fresh on, then sown the seed, and we are still waiting to see with regards to germination on those. But these aren't doing too bad. Quite pleased with them. It's, again, the slugs, that's been the big thing. It's they've been helping themselves to the tops of these. Right, we'll move on. Right, we're in the silver, as I call it, the silver greenhouse. This is the one I'm doing a bit of an experiment in this year. I've got down that side of the greenhouse, I've got tomatoes and cucumbers in buckets, doing it the way I normally do it. And down this side, I've gone direct into the ground. Now, I've got to be honest, I've not really noticed a significant difference between them. They're all about the same sort of size. One thing I did notice about this side was flowers started to appear on the tomatoes quicker on the open ground side than they did on the side with the buckets. But as you'll see now, everything seems to be about the same. Right, I'll turn you around. So what we've got all the way down the back are Crimson Crush. Then these 3 here, they are Sweet Million. As I say, flowers, some more flowers there, flowers coming. Can't moan with these at all. There's flowers starting to appear on the back, them across the back. Then what I've got is I've got a cucumber again. Cucumbers starting to come, and that's a variety called Luxury. That produces some really nice large cucumbers. Then up the back here, cucumber, this one is Socrates, which is a bit like the Mini Munch, and again loads. Then looking over here, these look a bit further advanced, but again this is Socrates. There's double. I don't think I've seen that for a long while, where they've doubled up like that, but there's some down there doubled up as well, and plenty still coming. Again with the Crimson Crush, as you can see, flowers coming across there. Oh, that needs to come out. Oh, didn't notice that. Oh, you're slipping there. Right. Yeah, so again, plenty of flowers. And same setup with regards Socrates and Luxury Cucumber, Sweet Million down the back, sorry, Crimson Crush down the back, Sweet Million, these three here, and as I've said, plenty of flowers. So we'll go and have a look in the greenhouse next door. Right, here we are in the greenhouse. Similar setup, everything's in buckets in here. Spin you around, as you can see, everything's grown in buckets. And again, similar setup, Crimson Crush all the way down the back. There's flowers coming, that can come off, but there's flowers coming. Cucumbers at the end here. Again, that's a Socrates I've got in there, and then in this bucket on its own separate here is Luxury. And what I've done, because I've got a little bit of extra room, these went in last of all, and because I'm having this little bit of room here, I've put these four in here. I've just this morning cut some canes to put in, so once I've finished filming, I'll get and put the canes in and tie them up. But again, flowering, starting to get flowers on them, and I'm very pleased with everything. Plenty of cucumbers coming, like I say, flowers coming on everything. It's all really starting to suddenly pick up now, and plenty of the French marigolds put in as well to help with green fly and such like. So sorry about shaky camera with all of this. So now you've seen, oh no, I've got one more little thing to show you. I've got a few more potatoes, so let's go and have a look at them. And again, some more potatoes. Like I say, there's 8 buckets here of Charlotte. Again, 4 potatoes per bucket. The buckets are 30 litre tubs, and you can just see that there's flowers starting to come on these, so these are going to be just a little bit behind the rocket, which is what I want. So quite pleased with that, and I have got a few more to show you. And there we go, there's 3 more tubs there. Again, 4 potatoes in each bucket. These are King Edwards. These went in, when did I do those? 7th of the 5th they went in. And I have done some more. I've done, using the builder's buckets, I've put a single seed potato, again King Edwards, in a builder's bucket, just to kill curiosity to see what one potato will give me on its own, in its own small space, shall we say. So again, these are going to be a while yet, which I'm very pleased about. But let me just spin you around, come into the picture. So that's everything within the garden. So now we'll get nip round onto the plot, and I'll show you what's going on round there. Right, well, we're around here on the plot. I'll apologise for shaky camera because I'm holding the camera in my hand, but I thought, well, I'll show you what's growing, how it's growing, and what I am growing. And we'll spin you round. sprouts in here. The 6 larger plants are Maximus. Then the smaller ones here are Evesham Special. They were given to me by a fellow plot holder. As I'd had, I don't know why, but I'd had quite poor germination with the Maximus. I've grown them before and they've always been quite good, but can't have it all roads, can we? But yeah, so I put those Evesham Specials in, and I'm quite pleased with the way everything's going. I may soon stake these larger ones and get them tied in. Spin you round. Right, in here now, under the netting is some turnip called Oregon. They were free seeds, so I thought, well, I'll try them, and I'm quite pleased with the way they're going. They've not long gone in, to be honest. They were grown in started off in a seed tray and then gone in, as you see there. Next to them is some beetroot, Monoclaudia I think it's called, and it grows, it's a Cylindra type, grows very much like a carrot, I think is the easiest way of describing that. Then the spring onions, we've got nearest to us here is Ishikura. They only went in about a week ago. Then there's 2 rows of Guardsman, and then 2 rows of Matrix. They were grown in seed tray, done in clumps and put in, and I'm very pleased with them. Then the sweet peas, they are a variety called Hilda's Mix. As you can see, I've been strimming a bit round here, and they're coming along nice. Over here, onions, I've pulled the netting off here a little so you can see, because you can't see through this very well. What we've got here is we've got 1 row of Kelsey. There's 10 onions in a row, so I've got 1 row of Kelsey, 2 rows of Redlander that I've never grown before, and then 2 rows of sweet yellow Spanish, which again I've never grown before. And let's just, I think we can safely say it's all looking quite good, and I've really only just sort of weeded through them. I've not put a lot of anything in them. The bed had some of that farmyard manure put on it beforehand. It has had a bit of a dressing of pelletised chicken muck, but that's it really, so I'm quite pleased with them. Next door here is some Calabrese, which again I'm not too sure whether, I think you can see a little better now the sun's come out. This has been hit really hard with slugs, more so this year than I normally get. I do get a little bit of mither from slugs, but this year these have been really hammered, as you can probably see there. I've been putting the pallets down, getting rid of what I can see. The variety is called Green Calabrese. Never grown it before. I thought, I'll give it a go, why not? Then we move over here, row of onions. They are, I think, he says, let's have a look. These are some of the Spanish sweet yellow, or whatever it is, or the sweet Spanish onion. There are a few that were left over, and I've put in, they only went in, they probably went in a couple of weeks ago, so I don't expect them to be anything like those over there, but they're doing nicely and can't moan. Next to those are the Cobra French climbing bean. There's flowers coming on some of these, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with this flowers. There's going to be some beans shortly. They're growing away quite nicely. Spin you round again. Earth green shaft peas at the back, and then at the front here some bolt hardy beetroot, all doing nicely. Over here, these are winter cabbage. I'm trying to think of the Jade, that's it, a variety called Jade. I was trying to think of the variety. As you probably can tell, I've gone off the beaten track a little with regards to what I'm growing this year. I'm just trying completely different varieties just to see how things go. In here is some more Calabrese. This is Marathon. That's not doing too bad. Swift sweet corn. That went in about a week ago. That went in. Some more peas, Hearst green shaft. They went in same time as the. They are just starting to pop up, but they went in the same time as the sweet corn. Parsnips, Gladiator. Always very hit and miss with parsnips. Never really know what's going to happen with them. Then leeks. Now I've got in here, I need to try and find the Marathon and Elephant in there. Then in here is another row of Elephant. Sorry, another 2 rows of Elephant. That's right, because the Marathon is a pot leek. So they've gone in there. Peas. These were the first sowings. These were sown 16th of the 4th. And again, Hearst green shaft. Two sowings in there, coming along quite nicely. Need to carry on weeding. As you probably could see, I've been doing a little bit of weeding and so on. Let me take you around the back here. And these are some cauliflower which has been hit quite hard, or some of them been hit quite hard with slugs again, but they're doing quite nicely. I'm trying to find the ticket. I'll put it up what the name is. I can't find that at the moment, but I'm very pleased with the way they're going, doing really nicely. Then over here, another lot of onions, again sown, grown from seed. These are Kelsey, 2 rows of Redlander, then 2 rows of the sweet yellow Spanish. I've just weeded through that and just give that a little dressing, little top dressing of palletised chicken muck. So all in all, very pleased with how everything's going. For a while I've thought about having something else to do a few more lettuce in, and I've always looked at, or had a look at, those small, well, I'll show you. We'll get that's the top, so we'll put that down over there. This is the base, and this is the sort of thing. See, these are the legs. So it doesn't stand very tall, but they're the legs. There's full instructions, not that you really need them. There's a brace piece that goes, I don't know if you can see, but goes across there just to strengthen it a little. There's then some clips, one there and one there, to help keep the clear lid a vent, and then where the handle bit of a vent there as well. I got this off Amazon, having a stroll through. I've seen them in garden centres, round about here in the UK about £50, all bar a couple of pence. And I saw this, and this was £30 all bar a penny. And I thought, why not? I was going to say ventilation, drainage. I don't know whether you can see through there, but can you see how there's a mesh there, and then just round up in there, there's another ring of holes. But yeah, I thought for the money, it's going to be exactly what I want. I've got the veg trug on the decking, just the other side of the decking. I thought this can go as it is, just on there. And what I'm thinking of doing, and tell me, please let me know whether you think I'm doing right. Obviously I'm going to fill it with compost, and what I'm thinking of doing is like say at this end, doing, well, both ends, doing a short row of lettuce, then another short row, do different varieties, you know, the Lola Rosso, Webb's, I'm trying to think of another one that I quite like, salad bowl, and so on, and just do small sowings, because I don't want to go mad with lettuce. And then as they come through and they need transplanting out, transplant them out into the main body of the container. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Keeping the lid on, because at the moment the temperatures, I mean today now, I think it's only forecast about 14 degrees. I mean, it's supposed to be flaming June, and it's flaming not June. Not going by the weather, that's for sure. But yeah, and I thought, you know, that'll be quite good. Can keep that like that. We'll open up the vent. Got the side vents with the handles. Once the lettuce starts to come through, we can then eventually take the top off. Or maybe, I don't know, yeah, maybe another thing I'm thinking I could do, bit of tape on there to help hold that down. Don't use the clips, and then lift this up and just have a couple of pieces of wood to help with the ventilation. Becomes a mini ecosystem. Or am I talking rubbish? That might not be a bad way to go. I don't know, but either way, for £30, I thought that's not bad. For what I want, it's spot on, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. Well, thank you all very much for watching. It is very much appreciated, and I'd also like to thank the new subscribers that I keep getting. That is a big thumbs up. Thank you all very much. That's good to see, because it shows that what I'm doing people are liking and enjoying and want to see more. So brilliant, great stuff. I think the bottom line from this video that we can take is the fact that slugs, I was going to say slugs and snails have been a problem. It's not so much been, they are a problem. There's still plenty out there, and I think talking to fellow plot holders they're all in the same situation as me. They're getting a lot of them in the greenhouses and round and on their various crops, their produce. And we've had such a wet start to the year. I think that is the thing that's helped the slugs. And the fact that it's so wet now. I mean, when I was doing that bit of filming in the greenhouse, it was only 21 degrees. I've just been out there this morning to do a bit of watering and taking side shoots off and so on. And it's down to 18 degrees in the greenhouse. I mean, you know, it's not on. We need some sunshine. So people claim to be able to do rain dances. If any of you out there can do a sunshine dance, please bring it on. It's going to be really very much appreciated. That little grow tub, that container, I'm really looking forward to getting that set up and sorted. We'll get a few more lettuce in there with that, and also I like the fact that I've got that lid on there, because again, harking back to the weather, with it being as it is, putting that on should help to give me a little bit of a microclimate in there and raise the temperature a few degrees more than outside, hopefully. So but all in all, I'm really pleased with the way everything's going. The cucumbers, the cauliflower that I couldn't name round on the plot there, that was Andromeda. And as I said on the video about doing different types, again, it's something I've never done before. I normally stick to the same sort. I have with the sweet corn year in, year out, and the tomatoes I've slowly stuck with the same, and the cucumbers for that matter. So I thought we'll try one or two things a little differently for this year. Very pleased with the way the onions are going. They're coming along really nicely. I really am very pleased. And as I've already said, I think the thing to do there with the Kelsey, because it was bad germination, I think all that I'm going to do for next year is instead of buying 2 packs of seeds, buy 3 or 4 and try and get a few more to germinate that way. So we will see. So once again, thank you all very much. Be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.